Hey, beautiful Capricorns, welcome back. Thank you for joining me here, Capricorn. Let's get straight to your messages. I hope you're doing awesome. Each and every one of you know that I have sent out a prayer for you all to be at peace, to be protected, to be abundant and joyous. Capricorn. Cleanse. Your body, your mind, and your soul are urging you to take time out to get some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean your house, or tidy your office, your body needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, some emotional, and physical cleansing. Something's going on here. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you have achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Give back. Today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It's about giving back without any thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life, instead about complaining about what you don't have. If you focus in on gratitude, you start to attract prosperity and abundance. Forgiveness. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of the human emotions. The act of forgiveness, in its own right, equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. Now is not the time to expect anything. Now is the time to give. As cliche as that sounds, just think about it. Don't let your past hold you back. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The answers you need are coming. Don't let pride get in your way. Holding on to unforgiveness or resentments are stifling your soul's growth. It's not about the time to receive, it's the time to give. And I can hear a lot of you going, I'm not giving nothing, I already given enough. I already gave enough, I'm not forgiven. You know, that's when you need to do it. Because that is the very thing that's been holding you back. There's pain here. It's not the time to receive, it's the time to give. Holding on to this judgment, this resentment, hanging on to whatever this is stifling your growth. Just between you and I, if you can manage this, Capricorn, if you can manage to forgive, if you can manage to let something go, somebody could really use your help right now. And if you can let go of whatever this anger is, and if you can let go of whatever this is, and not expect anything back in return, just being generous, just being, whether that's your time or your energy or your resources, whatever this is, don't let pride stand in your way, because the rewards are great. This is giving, like, without expectation of receiving anything back in return. It's time for a cleansing. It's time to cleanse the body, the mind, and the spirit. Reach out. Someone could really use someone's trying to heal. It's what's stifling you, Capricorn. Holding on to some kind of unforgiveness, some kind of resentment, some kind of anger, some sort of pain. Behind most anger is pain. Resentment. Someone's in despair. Don't expect anything back in return. It's a time to give respect, honor, integrity. Someone's like holding on to some bloody ass bullshit when there's a whole opportunity to receive. This is about what is this fight? What is this argument about? Is it a disagreement you've had with someone? Okay. This is an offer. Of some kind of offering some kind of support or offering some kind of but someone is stressed out. Someone is it's like somebody could really use your help, even if that's just emotional support. So while we think about our own lives and the situation that they're in, there's always someone worse off than what we are. It's not a time for judgment, and it is not a time to hold bitterness or resentment. It's a time to be appreciative and grateful for what we have and those we have in our life. And all a person has to do is reach out. Don't let pride get in your way. Either someone someone got the truth, or someone needs to find out the truth. Long distance. Someone's seeing synchronicities. No regrets. I get spirits asking you, Capricorn, to take a leap of faith. Don't ask at this point right now. I know it's hard, Capricorn. I know it is, but that's the test. That is the test. There's always someone worse off than what you are. And there's always someone who has a bigger problem than what you do. And right now, it's just not a time to receive, it's a time to give. Even if it's giving a supporting hand or being in a supporting role. Detaching is not going to solve this problem. I don't know who I'm talking about, Capricorn. Somebody's pride is getting in the way. Of them asking for help, but it's stifling their spiritual growth. Someone's holding on to a grudge, or somebody's holding on to some bitterness or some anger, and no. It's almost as if this is saying, if you just take the initiative and you give, without expectations of getting anything back, you're going to get it back. I'm not supposed to tell you that, but that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm not allowed to say anything other than that. Capricorn energy, please and thank you. I think it's talking more about support than anything. Like emotional support. someone is experiencing a tower and they're really holding on to a bunch of bitterness and angry toward a Cancerian figure. This could have been about because something ended quickly or abruptly. This even could have been somebody could be wishing that they could have changed something. It's not enough to wish. You've got to take the action. It's like, okay, you know, there's a person, say for example, who put you through something hurtful, or you felt hurt by something that they did, and you turn around and you bless that person. It's almost like heaping coals upon them. You know, that quote in the Bible that says is like, if someone has hurt you, then bless them. Because it's like, I forget the quote, it's like heaping lumps of coal upon them, burning coal upon them, so that it brings them into some kind of reality of the things that they did to hurt you. And it's not, I just want to help because I want to help. I want to offer my support. I want to offer my services. I want to offer my condolences. I want to offer anything that you think that I need to offer here. What is it that you need? Someone's pride's getting in their way of doing this. No, they hurt me. No, they hurt me. And I'm still holding on to that bitterness, and I'm still holding on to that anger. But when it really becomes effective is when you choose to forgive. This could be a sibling. This could be a family member. It could even be a prayer. holding on to some kind of judgment. This is love, abundance, forgiveness. Someone is really heavily burdened. See, this person is coming off demanding. They're coming off demanding. I expect something. Like, I expect something back in return. I expect to have something back. Well, their demands aren't getting them anywhere. This is someone demanding something. This is somebody coming off very cold, very callous, expecting something back. When they actually should be giving. This is a need to be right. Is this a right fighter? I am right, I am right, I am right. Well, you can be right or you can be happy. It's like, it's funny what generosity can do. When you offer something and you don't expect anything back in return, how it can sway people's minds. Someone comes in demanding because their pride is in the way, acting all efficient and businesslike, expecting something back in return when it's actually them who should be giving at this time. Someone who's confusing someone, and someone who's very torn what to believe. Like, we get caught up in our own little worlds without thinking how it's affecting someone else. There's like somebody else involved here who really could use a helping hand or could use some emotional support. I think they're looking for emotional support, but they're stifling themselves because they cannot let go of some bitterness, some anger, blame, blame, blame. Someone's in blame mode. They're like, well, I should have gotten this, or I should have gotten this, or I should have gotten this, when it's them who's the one who needs to learn the lesson. And it could be you, Capricorn, but I'm not. If you're holding on to resentment, then yes, it's for you. If you're holding on to bitterness and anger towards someone, it is time to forgive them and let it go. Someone just cannot let something go. And it's stifling their growth, and it's stifling other people's growth. And because they can't let go of this anger, or they can't let go of this nobody wants to help them. Like, nobody wants to help someone who is like that. People don't want to help people who come at you like all blaming, and it's your fault for this and it's your fault for that. That just drives people away. That's what this individual is doing. They're so hell-bent on being right, they can't lower their pride, their ego enough to say, well, maybe I played a role in this. They're always expecting something in return. They're always expecting somebody to give them something. What am I going to get out of this? You know what I mean? Instead of just giving for someone's holding on to some resentment. They gotta let go of it. It's stifling them. Holding on to fucking past shit. God, people, you know what? I gotta be real with you. I know people that hold grudges for like 50, 60 years. No word of a lie. Where did it get them? But bitter? Cantankerous? This is a bitter feminine energy. Bitter. And they should be offering support. But they're full of hatred. They're full of bitterness. I don't know who this is. They're coming off as a Queen of Swords. And they're so bitter. And they're so full of unforgiveness that they're stifling their own development, their own growth. It is time to cleanse the body, the mind, and the soul. It is what it is. It's telling someone to let go. Let go of this, whatever this is. I don't know who this is, and it's not up to me to say. It could be you, Capricorn, but it could be someone else. They're just holding on to so much anger and bitterness. It is their pride. They didn't get what they wanted. But what did they give? Someone has a sense of entitlement here. That they're entitled to something, and they're not. They are definitely not. But they would start to see their lives drastically change if they learn to be more giving. Someone is like a taker. As long as they can take and they're receiving. But this person struggles with giving. They're actually like, they're unclean. Like they're so hell-bent of bitterness, it's like ruining them from the inside out. They're like rotting from the inside out. They might look okay on the outside, but on the inside, they're like rotting in rage, bitterness, and it's destroying them. Take care. You might know someone like this, Capricorn. You might know someone like this. And if it's you, Spirit's saying, if this person changes their attitude, changes their perspective of things, it's only their pride that's been wounded. If they change their perspective, they would receive. But I'm not supposed to be saying that. But don't be helping someone if you expect to get something back in return. Take care.